The first thing I'd do to lose 30 pounds has nothing to do with food or the gym. It would start with a conversation with my partner. Because most men treat fat loss like a solo internal battle. They just need more discipline to win. And then they fail alone in a house that's working against them. So today we're looking at fat loss from a slightly different angle. So one of my clients, Dave, was ticking all the boxes on paper, but crumbling when he got home. And when we dug into it, his house was working against him. His wife was still buying the things that set him off track. And it wasn't because she didn't care. It was because he'd never had that conversation. So Dave had the talk. Went something like this. I'm going to lose 30 pounds over the next few months. I'm not asking you to diet with me. I'm asking you to help me make this house a place where it's harder to fail. And just like that, his wife stopped buying the stuff that derailed him. And suddenly, his environment was on his side. For men over 40, this matters more than any macro split. Your environment is your system. And if the biscuits are, or even maybe the peanut butter on the counter, you will eat them. But if they're easy, go-to protein options, fruits and veg you actually enjoy, you'll make better choices without even thinking about it. Once the house is sorted, now you can build a meal plan around flavors you actually like. 2 or 3 proteins you enjoy, a handful of meals that rotate, and nothing you hate eating. Compliance over optimization every time. And with your environment sorted, I now want you to track everything accurately 7 days a week. Remember, we're trying to lose 30 pounds here. The data is useless if you don't collect it when things are a bit rough, and you only collect it when things are going well. Most men look great like Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday even, and then fall off Thursday or Friday through the weekend. If you're ignoring those 2 days, you'll be trying to lose the same 30 pounds forever. Okay, so almost every man comes to me trying to execute a plan that's way too complicated for their actual life. I've seen 6, even 7-day splits, 2-hour sessions a time. Programs you'll only do, or they'll only work if you got the right gym, the right time slot, and the right mood, and also the perfect life. And then when life gets in the way, the whole thing falls apart and they think there's something wrong with them. Look, I do this for a living and I have to look a certain way. Yet I generally wouldn't do the majority of the plans people come to me with. Instead, strength train 3 to 5 times a week, but remember, more is not better. The real question is whether you can still do this at your busiest weeks without feeling on a brink of crumbling. If the answer is no, simplify it until you can. Go into every training session to make some kind of progress over time. And accept no matter what any 20-year-old or some juiced up influencer told you, you won't hit a personal best every week. And you don't have to do any particular exercise or lift super heavy weights. You just have to challenge your body every time you show up. Because after 40, if you're not doing that, you're losing muscle you probably don't even know you have. And in a fat loss phase, that matters way more than people think. Lose the muscle and your hunger goes through the roof, the weight comes back, and you end up frustrated wondering why this keeps happening. The split is way less relevant than people make it. And there's no must-do exercises. This isn't the 1960s. If you want to do mostly machines, you can do mostly machines and get incredible results. Your muscles grow when it's challenged, not because you chose a barbell over a cable. Now, every time I get a stuck client to do this properly, they find something. They have a breakthrough. I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. What worked well this week? And where did I maybe let something slide? And most men already know where the plan broke. They just haven't said it out loud or written it down or even reflected on it. And then I want you to rate your week out of 10 on 2 things: nutrition and training. With that score, ask yourself, why not 1 point higher? So if you give yourself a 6, why not a 7? You're not looking for a perfect week, but what you're looking for is 2 or 3 failure points that show up repeatedly. And once you fix those, watch how quickly things start moving again. But if your weight is trending up across a whole week, all things being equal, you've eaten more than you think. Now, if you've been binging, look at what happened in the hours before it. When you're tracking 7 days a week, you have the data to see what happened. You can actually reflect on it. And a 6 out of 10 week isn't a failure, it just becomes data. Then patterns only become visible when you're honest enough to look at them. Then if you're not trending down over 2 to 3 weeks and you're hitting your targets accurately, you can tweak calories or step slightly. But when you're missing your targets, you want to fix the behavior first, not just the numbers. Okay, so now you've sorted your environment, you have a training routine you'll actually stick to, and an honest weekly audit. I ran a version of this myself 3 weeks ago, and dropped 10 pounds. The boring system works when you stop looking for a smarter one. But here's where a lot of men get tripped up once they've got that dialed in. They're doing everything right. They're leaner than they've been in years. And they start chasing a number they were never meant to chase. If that sounds somewhat familiar, this next video is going to save you a lot of wasted time and frustration. I'll see you there.